Hey guys, welcome back. So we are gonna try this resin vacuum machine out by Craftor. So let me get this open. So I pulled out a mold I haven't done in a long time. It's from Into Resin, and get this out. It's the rose, so we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna pour it clear. I love the color of this. It is a really nice lavender. And what I like is it has the IA feature. All right, so this is our container. And I gotta say, the bottom is definitely much wider than the Let's Resin one. It's instead of it being tapered, it's more uniform. And then this just sets on the top like this. So this is where you plug it in, right here, and this is your air release. So when you start it, you want that closed. So let's go ahead and get our little box out. And I'm going to try to get you down so that you can actually see it working the bubble. So it could be a boring video, but for those people that are thinking about buying one or, you know, anything like that, you know, I want them to see how it works. All right, so I am going to plug that in. All right, so I'm just gonna have to switch the way I'm working here because I need it to be a little closer to my plug outlet. All right, so then this just plugs in just like that. And now we are ready to go. We got 32 seconds on our resin. That's gonna be good. So the AI mode, oh, okay, so the AI mode has 9 and 6 minutes. And then you can start and pause it here. So, very, very simple. Okay, so let me just bring my resin over. Let me grab my gloves here. Let me just get this resin up so we can get it dripping. So I am going to separate. I made 6 ounces of resin. I can't remember how much that mold takes, but I don't think it's going to be more than 3. So I have 2 cups. Now, you don't want to ever fill it more than halfway because it could bubble over. I find if I want to do it on the first, like, 6 minutes, if you don't put any more than 3 ounces in a cup, it debubbles really good and fairly quick. So that is what we are going to do. Now, Craftor sent me this, and I use my other ones all the time. So it is definitely worth using. And it's big enough that if you had something that had small details to it, you could put it in there to debubble. I've just started doing that recently. So, all right, let's just move that out of our way. I'm gonna get my nice little Happy Meal stick out. We're gonna scrape the sides and the bottom. Make sure that's all mixed. And my top for this, my battery wore out and I can't find my little plug part, so I had to use the stand one. I love this little Let's Resin mixer because you can control your speed. That's what I like the best. And I like having multiple different curing machines because if you're doing a couple of projects at one time, you know, you can get one mixed up, get it debubbling, mix your other one, get that debubbling, and, you know, just kind of keep moving on. All right. So I'm going to pour a little bit in here. So we've got 3 and 2.5. So it wasn't quite 6 ounces. Oh, my nose is itching. All right, let's just get this mixed in. I'm gonna wipe this stick off. I'm gonna make sure my cup is clean. I don't want to get my new machine dirty already. All right, so let's, and I got stuff on my hands already. What in the heck? Don't want my new machine to get all cucky. All right, so we're gonna put our 2 cups in. So you can definitely, let me see, let me grab some more cups. Let's see. So you can put 3, no problem. So technically you could put 4 cups in here. Just make sure that you do not overfill them because you will definitely have a mess on your hands. All right, so we're gonna put that on. And I'm gonna set it for 6 minutes and we're gonna hit start. Okay, so I want to bring you down so that you can see the bubbles as they come out. And on the top, this is your pressure. So that's going to get to like 99, and that's when it's really going to start pulling the bubbles out. Now, why did it switch over to the 9? Probably because I hit something. There we go. All right. So it's already, starting to pull them bubbles up on the top. I mean, it's a little noisy, but not like annoyingly, you know, especially it's going to be behind me. So for the video, I'm sure it's a little bit loud, but I want you guys to see the whole process. Now you can really see the bubbles, you know, being pulled out of there. So as it pulls the bubbles out, your resin like rises because it's, you know, it's pulling them upward. And if for some reason you have more resin in there than you thought and it does get to the top, all you got to do is pull that little lever and it will release some of the air, and then close it and it'll just continue on. So we did it on the 6-minute cycle, so we'll see you know, how that works. It should not bubble over because we only put the 3 ounces in each. But you can see the bubbles coming up. Trying to get it at a good angle. Now that back one that had a little bit less, that has a little bit more bubbles in it because that's the one that I scraped around the cup and scraped in there. So that one definitely has more bubbles to pull out than this first one. And this is the Bond Craftor 1-to-1 resin. But you can see all them little little bubbles popping. Trying to get it on a side where we don't have the little indent pieces. So you can already see on this one, it's already pulled the bubbles out of that much. That first ounce, the bubbles are already out. And the same on the other side. See how it's getting clear on the bottom? And look at the big bubbles. So this definitely works good because these bubbles are a lot bigger than in my other debubbler. I know this is like the boring part, but I wanted you to see in real time, you know, what it actually does and how it works. We got 1.5 minutes left. So had I filled it, you know, to say the 4.5, it would have been closer to the 8. So it would have been close to bubbling over. So I just find 3-4 ounces is like the most I like to put in a cup at a time. Especially if you have glitter, I would go more 2 ounces because it takes a long time on with glitter in it. But you can see how this one is going to be cleared up faster than this one. All right, so we have half a minute left, 32 seconds. Now usually, like, once this shuts off, these bubbles, it might need just a little bit longer on here, but once I release the pressure, that it might clear up because we're right at the 3. Okay, so that is done. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this around. We're gonna pull the little, so you can hear the air coming out. Now the big test for me is, am I going to be able to take this cover off with one hand? Because I have the Resiners first one, and you can't. Oh, yes. Okay, so that is pretty clear. I'm gonna just spray the top to get rid of them few surface bubbles. And I'm just gonna put this in the middle, and we're just gonna pop it back on. I'm gonna close the little air thing. I'm gonna hit AI. And we're gonna start. All right, so I'm gonna put you back up, and there we go. Sorry for the mess, guys. All right, so I'm gonna slide this over here, and we will let that continue to debubble. Now, I tried, the last time I had used this, I ended up with a few bubbles, and I did use tape, so I'm just gonna just kind of go over this rose. Oh, I didn't want to do that. So I'm almost thinking maybe we should color the, you know, the leaves, but I think we're just gonna do it clear, just so that we can get, because I don't think I've ever done one in just clear. So this should be a fairly quick video, guys. And like I said, I don't remember how much this holds. So if we have extra, I will, oh. I hit the thing and, all right. Now I think this might actually fit in there. Because this is all like faceted. All right, I'm gonna spray it with some alcohol, and we're just gonna pour this in clear. So I'm just gonna pour that bottom, and I am going to take my little silicone tool and rub this bottom. Actually, I think I'm making more bubbles by doing that. And I did order some new molds from Temu. One I have not seen anybody do yet, so I'm hoping I get it in before somebody does it. I don't know. All right. I'm just gonna... All right. I'm going to release the air. And I'm going to see if this will fit in there. I don't know if it will. So that's why I didn't fill it all the way up, because if it does, I'm going to... All right, let me just spray the top of that. Let those few little surface bubbles debubble. Oh, stop. Oh, it does fit. All right. And I got a little ninja thing in here. All right, so I'm gonna start that. Oh, would help if I closed it. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna bring you down without trying to disconnect us so that you can see. Now, all those little bubbles that are on that surface should get pulled out. Oh, there we go. I didn't have the cover pushed down tight, so there we go. And we won't have to leave it for the full amount. I just want to get like the bulk of those bubbles to come up. Back up just a little bit so it's not so loud. I'm gonna turn, yeah, I'll turn it. So it's, but you can see there's all the bubbles that are on the bottom now. You really can see them. And I apologize for the loudness, but I want you guys to see, you know, what you can do with this little bubble remover, because I don't have a pressure pot. I would love to get one, but I don't have one. So having, you know, multiple small ones, yeah, it takes a little bit longer to degas and get the bubbles out, but it still does the job. But see all them bubbles? So some of those would have probably come up and popped on their own, but not all of those. So, and again, I didn't fill it halfway because I didn't want it to like boil, you know, bubble over. I just wanted to be able to get those little bubbles off of that really tight surface, that faceted, crystal-y looking, you know, bit. I gotta say, guys, this one I think debubbles better than the Let's Resin one. Just my opinion, first go at it. So maybe one of these days we'll have to do like a comparison. And of course, you know, mine's had a lot of use too, so that could be, but look at all of those bubbles that were still in there that could have possibly ruined our little piece. And Craftor is sending me something else, and I'm not going to tell you what it is now, but I cannot wait to get it. It is a brand new product. I have not seen any other companies have it, so I am waiting for it. And we will be working outside when it comes in. That's all I'm saying. All right, so we got 2 minutes left. All right, so I'm gonna put you back up here. And I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna release the air, and then we should be able to spray the alcohol, because we've got them all up off the bottom. So hopefully it will be enough. Like I said, I've only done this, I think, once or twice with my other machine, and that was for the axolotls, and it worked a dream. So, all right, slide this back. Let's give this a spray. We're just gonna let that continue to pop. Let's get some more in. And I'm not going to scrape in there. I got something in here. Hang on. There we go. I got it. Because I don't want to add, you know, any more bubbles. So it's almost full. Let's see. And I can't remember if this one should be domed or not. And I thought I saw something in here. Maybe not. All right, so I do want to go, oh, as I just spray resin all over me, around this little tiny lip. All right, we're just gonna all right, that is, it's domed a little, but not a ton. Like I said, I can't remember if this one is supposed to be domed or not. All right, so let's slide this back. Now, hopefully we have a beautifully crystal clear little piece. And I'm trying to see how much I've got left here. We've got just an ounce. An ounce. What do I have that is little? All right, let me grab some tape. And I think we're just going to do like an alcohol drip in this little guy. What in the world? I'm just going to take this and I'm thinking that must be stained. Oh, come on. Does anything ever work right when you want it to? There we go. Just wanted to get some of that, I think it's glitter from one of my other pours. All right, so let me just grab my alcohol ink and we'll just, oh, I got a green one right here and we got a purple. So let's just do a green and purple drip. Just gonna pop that in case there's any little tiny bubbles. All right, so let me kind of see if I can zoom you in. It's not working with my gloves on. Oh well. All right, so let's see. Let's pour a little. Perfect. All right, so I would say that takes about 5 ounces. Let's get this cleaned. Try to keep my new spatulas nice and clean. All right, now we will wait. We will come back when it is time to demold our beautiful pieces and see what we've got. Alrighty, guys. I'll be back at demold. Alrighty, guys. We're back. These are cured. I did pop them in the curing machine. So let's see what we've got here. Oh, look at that. All right, we did get a few micro bubbles under his neck, but other than that, we've got no bubbles at all. So on our little turtle, so you can see right here, we've got a few micro bubbles, but other than that, we've got nothing. It's crystal clear. All right, this is the one and I see no micro bubbles. Oh, look at this, guys. This is spectacular. Look at that. Nothing. No bubbles at all. And you know what? I was gonna try and color it after, but I am not. This is absolutely beautiful, just the way it is. I do have to trim a little bit around this edge, but there are absolutely no bubbles. All right. Look at that. That is stunning. There's no bubbles anywhere. So yeah, these are our two pieces. And I mean, you can see, like, there are literally no bubbles in there at all. So, thank you, Bond Crafter. That machine works wonderful. I am impressed with that. We have no bubbles here. Just have a little. Just a tiny bit of. I don't want to scratch the back. All right, there we go. So yeah. So let me know in the comments. I will have a link for the Bond Crafter debubbling machine. If anybody is interested, I will have that in the description below. If I can find this mold, I will list it. If not, just go under the into resin link. I do have a discount code for that, and just kind of look for it there. So yeah, I am totally impressed with this. Alrighty, guys, I will see you on the next video. Bye.